I would like to call this house to order. Welcome to the contesting. This round are A team on government and B team on opposition. Before the round begins, allow me to explain the rule of debate. Each constructive speaker will be speaking for 5 minutes. After the first minute, you will hear one ring like this, signaling that the speaker may be asked point of information. At the fourth minute, you will hear one ring like this, signaling that the POIs can no longer be made. At the fifth minute, you will hear two rings like this, to indicate that the speaker's time is up. At 5:20, you will hear three rings like this. As a reminder for the speaker to conclude his or her speech, reply speeches last 3 minutes and are protected speeches. Hence, no POI may be asked. The motion on the floor before is, this House would ban the morning assembly. Without any further ado, I would like to call on the Prime Minister to open the debate.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The motion before today is this House would ban the morning assembly. As the government here, we see the problem. That is why we would like to fix. So first of all, I would like you, everyone, to imagine that you are a student now. You get yourself ready, fresh and clean, and you are ready to go to school. And imagine yourself again, stand under the hot sunlight and become sweaty because you have to be at the morning assembly for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Now imagine that your body, your shirt are now sweaty because some teachers keep talking and talking because they have to announce something, telling you some information that is not related to you at all. And now imagine that the school or the morning assembly finished and then you are going to the first period now. Will you be able to pay attention to the class? Will you be able to ready to study at the first period? The answer is no, because you become tired, exhausted, and you couldn't focus now. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why the government here would like to ban morning assembly, because we see that that is the problem occur to the student. The duty of the student is to pay attention to the class, to study. So before I'm going to more detail to my argument in my team, I would like to tell you about what our team is going to say today. Me, as the first speaker, I am going to talk about how morning assembly discriminate the student, about the fairness, and about the readiness, and about the ineffective and discourage for the student. For the meaning of the debate today, for morning assembly means all activities including singing national anthem song, chanting, informing or announcing information to the students, including doing the punishment for some students. And for ban means to get rid of all activity, singing, chanting, informing in all level, primary, secondary. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get into my argument. First, like I said, that we are all forced to join the morning assembly. What if I am the atheist, that I have no faith in any God, but I still have to put my hand together to do something? Even I am not willing to do it, but I still have to do it because I stay among those people who have faith in some God. So do you think that I will be happy to do it if I am not totally believe in any gods? And what if some people do believe in some God, or they have, like, I don't want to say specifically in the religion, but what if it is like some religion are so strict that I do not do it, but I still have to do it because I stay among those people? Discrimination can occur because we are forced to join the morning assembly. Atheist people, no faith in God, we have that problem. They are not going to be accepted from their friends. And let's say that morning assembly doesn't promote the multicultural because we are all doing the same thing by putting our hand together, doing the religion event. I know it is not about religion thing, but it is still one thing that we all have to do at the same time. Um, and also about the fairness from this criminal. When you go to school late, of course, you'll be punished. What if you do not go to school late, but you have to be there with the other because some people are punished because they do not attend the morning assembly. They are going to be punished, right? So that is why it is going to cause discrimination and also the fairness that you have to be at the morning assembly for 15 or 30 minutes. Like I said before, that it is now, the world now is very hot, right? So when even you stay there at 8 a.m. in the morning, the sun is hot, you become sweaty, you become tired. How can you go to the class and pay attention to the class? And this leads to my to the other argument for readiness. When you're ready to go to the class after a long period of the morning assembly, there is the belief that some students can pay attention, but some cannot. And I believe that there will be a lot of students who cannot pay attention to the class because all that we have to do is that we want to sit there and take a rest until they feel better, and then they can pay attention to the class again. So what should we do here by banning? We can do something else because we have the solution here. You can do that, you can broadcast the information through the free time, lunch time, or through the teacher to tell the student what they are going to do, what they can do, or what is going to happen. Because we see that by having morning assembly for all students, the students are forced to do the same thing. So that is why it is going to be all the students waiting for the time to study. And when they do not want to be there, maybe they can skip because morning assembly will cause more problem. Thank you.
I thank the Prime Minister, and now would like to recognize on the leader of opposition to open the opposition case.
Ladies and gentlemen, we, the opposition team, we believe that first I will start my arguments with a rebuttal with the government first. We don't agree that the morning assembly should be cut off the school. Well, the morning assembly is a very good tradition that we have done for a very long time. This is a status quo in Thai school traditions. First, the government said that the traditions here is it a thing that we have to cut off because people, they talked about the information that does not involve them. Rather than we cut it down, why don't we just connect people to the information that are going to reflect majority people in the school. Rather than we cut it down, we should do it as our quality time. Do it within 10 or 20 minutes, not that long. And we just choose the important topics so we can talk and share to people. And you think that it is waste of the time, we just manage time wisely. We don't do it too longer than like 10 or not more than 10 or 20 minutes. And you talk about the religions issues. We just cut it down, the religion issue, because the world today has changed. There are so many religions in the same community. We just cut it down, and when we have the religious issue, we just have them do their religious activities in that separate room. So we don't force people to come to do the things at the same places in terms of the religious activities. Well, I will talk about like my team argument. Why we should do the morning assembly? Because the first reason, the morning assembly is a quality time to boost up the school, to boost up the dynamic and the disciplines of the powerful school systems. And second reason, the morning assembly is the initial of the goal setting of the school policy, that everyone in the school, everyone who take part as the school member, they can share and can have the same goal and can go into the same directions. Let me explain. The morning assembly is a dynamic policy of the school system. It's not just for only the students, but it's for the whole school system and for every school members. It is a fresh start in every morning that everyone assembly at the same place, that teachers, students, and or the school boards or the school director. They can be at the same place. This is a big picture of the school. Every day, if somebody missing from the systems, this is or from the big picture, we will realize that, and we will go find why do they disappear from our big picture, because every small piece means a thing to this big picture. We can go after them and go check on them if they're okay, why they did not show up at the morning assembly, and if there is something for us to fix it, so we can fix it at the early of the day. And then I will qualify with the first reasons why we support this morning assembly. My first reason is the morning assembly is the quality time to boost up the dynamic of the school, of the powerful school systems who take part in the school systems. First of all, the students. Second, the teachers. Third, the school administrators or the school directors. Fourth, included the families and the parents, and include the close by community too. When we speak in public, everybody will share the information that they are in the same school. The morning assembly is the initial of the school disciplines, because they can be very powerful activity that everyone in the school system can connect it to each other. It's not just only the school and the teachers, but also everyone. It's just like the human relationship. We have the interact face to face, like the school with their friends in different levels, so they can see other people. No, sirs. Thank you. And the teacher with the students, also the school administrations with the teachers and also with the students. When they assemble in the same place, they can it's not only reflects like only the everyone in the school, but also to the school close by community too. The second reasons why the morning assembly is the initial of the goal setting of the school of the school policies too, because it is the place that the school director or the teachers they express the school policy and aim everyone to reach the goal in the same directions. This is very dynamic, and this is a consequence of why we should agree with the morning assemblies. And especially we can, as I have said, that we can choose the information wisely to talk within the limit times under 10 or 20 minutes. So we should tell everybody up to days to motivate everything, and in terms of to encourage everybody to reach the goals of the quality education in our school system. Thank you.
I thank the leader of oppositions, and now would like to invite the Deputy Prime Minister.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the deputy leader as the deputy prime minister, I would like to say that banning morning assembly in school is help supporting many benefits to the school. And you said that morning assembly can boost up the school dynamic. How can it be? Because students don't want to do it, and they are forced to do, and it's not from themselves. But and we also suggest you some solution. We can broadcast the information that we need them to know through the school radio, and it's also use the quality time, because we think that the objective of having morning assembly is to inform students in a lot of many information, and we see that it is quite impossible to charter time from 30 minutes to 10 to 15 minutes, because in the status quo, as in my school, we are trying hard to do so, but we couldn't do it. It's end up with many teachers spend their time talking to students, and it's course very frustrated among students and other teachers. So first of all, I would like to begin with my argument, which is first, morning assembly is ineffective in many ways. Let me tell you why. Because during the time 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock is a prime time for teenager brain to absorb new knowledge to them. We can use that quality time to study in other subjects like mathematics and other subjects that need concentration, other than just standing in the hot sun and listening to teachers discipline them in front of other people and also community, because they hear what those teachers are speaking to them too. And because if we use this quality time, teach them, they will better learn during the time. And also, you might say that morning assembly give you many benefits. For example, practice them to sing the anthem, practice them to pray, but it's go against diversity and also go against and almost discriminate them against other people, because we have certain kind of focus on certain kind of religion, and also and those benefits we have already exists in the subjects. For example, we have social study to study about diversity and also religion and things. We have military training and also social study to inform students about how they behave, how they should behave, and how they should have self-discipline. And the second argument is that morning assembly discourage students from coming to school and study, because they don't want to be in the hot sun, and especially teenager, and they care so much about the appearance. They have to put a lot of sunscreen to protect them from being dark or get dark spot, and it's cost a lot for themselves and their parents. And also because there are many teachers, or some teachers, as you can see, no sir, in school, they use the word that hurt student feeling, embarrass some student in front of other people, that we think is very unfair for the kind of student, because it should be done privately, not in front of other people. And because some students, they don't want to come to the morning assembly, they might try to skip joining the morning assembly, and it's discourage them from not going to from going to school too. And we would like to say more about offensive words and or insulting words that teacher might use while they think they are disciplined students, but actually is infringe the right of the students. And it's also a noise pollution for the community too, because using the microphone and the teacher voice is broadcasting to other community, and is rather embarrassed the students who are being complained. We as the government team, we really support this support that we should ban morning assembly for the sake of student rights. Thank you.
I thank the Deputy Prime Minister, and now would like to recognize the Deputy Leader of Opposition.
Ladies and gentlemen, the opposition, the opponent team is trying to make you believe that by having a morning assembly is a good thing to do so. We can guarantee you that that is not going to be a that is not going to be a good case. Let me tell you, there are rebuttals that I would like to make, but it will be elaborated into my argument as well. So, why should we ban? Why should we ban the morning assembly? First of all, why should we keep the morning assembly? So first of all, having the morning assembly can bring the sense of well-being and self-togetherness as a group of people together. As you can see, when we do have the morning assembly, it means that advisors and advisees can get to meet each other, and that is the time we can have the real interaction, a better way than just a broadcasting, which is nothing compared to the face-to-face interaction at all. When advisors and advisees are seeing each other, it means that they can ask each other that, have you eaten? Why have you not eaten? You can go eat, are you okay? How are your parents? And so many things that you can learn a lot from the students. And
from the teachers. And by having the morning assembly, it also means that you can pay. Yes,
Sir.
sir. Redeem yourself.
Okay, sir, I would like to ask, what is the crucial benefit of morning assembly actually?
We are telling you now that this is a crucial benefit of having the morning assembly because, like I said, first of all, it's the advisor and advisee being to each other, and second of all, when you sing the anthem, when you sing a song together, whether regardless of your religion or your nationality, it means that you pay respect to your king. You can pay respect to yourselves, and you can be proud of yourself, of your nation. And this is why you have to have it. And second of all is the interaction that you can have to each other and the communication. Once you see the problems that your kids or your students have, you can talk to the parents immediately, and this is a good way. Also, a morning assembly can teach them to be self-organized. How can you be sure that once we ban the morning assembly, how can you guarantee that they are going to come to school on time anyway? Because it means that, oh, I'm going to have more time in the morning so that I can wake up earlier, later and come to school later. And that is not going to have a good time, But if we keep the morning assembly, it means that we are going to teach them how to be self-organized. They can go to bed on time. They can get enough sleep and wake up properly and do many things that they can do. They can come to the school, even the morning assembly, in order to do homework, and that is a good thing to do so. And also, we see that by having a morning assembly, it can show a sense of patriotism, meaning they can sing for the king, praise for the king, and also sing the school song, which will be the school that they have to study maybe for the rest of their lives, for 6 years of the school year. And what we see as the most important thing is that if we cancel the morning assembly, it means that students will not work on their time management. They are going to waste their time on so many things that they should have done. For example, when they have more time, they are going to play games and they are going to chat on their phones, and there will be no motivation for them to say. You might say that the prime time for the student is the early morning. We can tell you that their brains are not awake yet, and it means that they are not going to learn anything at all, and they are not going to come to school at all, let's say. Now, there are other benefits that the kids can have from having the morning assembly too, and that is to keep them up. That is to keep them up to date. It means that students can get told of news, information, events, or even the new knowledge from the guidance teacher or the teachers as a homeroom, so that kids can learn about things. Take Madhyam Sikh students, for example. If they don't come to the morning assembly, how can they know that there is going to be an extra event or special events from other university for them to go and learn and to be study more about the quarter or the university that they want to go to. And also, once we have the morning assembly, it means that kids can be proud of their friends and of themselves. It means that once, as you know, that morning assembly basically involves the award participation or award given away ceremony. So once they see that, it can be a motivation for them in order to see that, oh, I want to be like them too, so I'm going to do some competitions too. This is not going to create a sense of competitionness in the school. But we call it as a motivation for them to learn better and to behave better as well. And also, morning assembly get all of Madhyam together, all Madhyam students together. That is a social interaction that we want kids to have, and these can lead to some other benefits too. First of all, chanting, like I said from earlier, that can calm their minds, so they know that they are going to go to the class with their calm minds, and that they are going to learn better, and they are going to have more self-confidence because there are many students who do the morning assembly as a leader of singing the anthem, leading the chanting, and so many activities that the students can do, and these means that they are going to be ready for their studies in the first period or the second or the days or the later. And so basically all of this can practice them the disciplines. We are not talking about punishment. Thank you.
I thank the Deputy Leader of Opposition, and now would like to invite the Government Whip to conclude the government case.
Ladies and gentlemen, honorable guest, Madam Speaker, the government will believe that morning assembly in school, it's just a waste of time. We should spend the time wisely for learning in class while the student brain is still fresh and ready to learn. Not let them go into the hot sun and sweat, and then it's hindering their learning for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, my team, the government proposed that morning assembly will bring about discriminations among students who have diversity, belief in different religions. Normally in Thailand, we do the chanting only for Buddhism, but we not care about the other religions. So that's why the morning assembly is bring about discriminations. However, the opposition said that they will do the ritual, the chanting separately in different rooms. But I see that it is not impossible in about
Sir.
time management. Yes, please.
We see that by having the students doing the activities together, regardless of their religion, it is a good way in order to leave each other. Don't you agree with us?
Because the ladies, your leader of opposition said that she will do the ritual separately in different rooms according to their religions and beliefs. So whatever your question asks me, I have no need to answer that. Yes, do things together. It depends what things you do together. It's good. So I cannot guarantee that doing things together in the morning under the hot sun is a good thing. It's totally absurdity, and I don't think it's a good thing, of course. Second argument, it's about the fairness, because students, they have different belief, different religions. So when we do the morning assembly in the school for only the Buddhism, it is not fair for them at all. And morning assembly, my team have said that the morning assembly come with the punishment. If you come late to the school, if you do something bad, teacher will drag you out in front of many of other students in the school and punish you. And it's very embarrassing. And I think this is violate the student right. They shouldn't treat like that, because they're still young and they still care about their look as well. And so many students, if they come late, they get punishment. At the end of the day, no one want to come to the school, and the student escape the school, and then this is, where's the futures of the country? So that's why we see that morning assembly is something that waste the time. We no need to do it, and we also present the mechanism how to solve the problem, because you think that morning assembly, we're going to inform students about information, this and that, but we said that we no need to, standing under the sun to listen to the teacher. We can do the broadcasting, using the school radios during lunchtime, or the teacher who teach certain subject in certain class can inform student in the class in the shade, which is the better solutions. I don't see the good about, standing in the sun, you have heat stroke, and many students have to carry away, to the hospital because they have heat stroke. Thailand is really hot and extremely hot, especially in this time. And it's can create, cancers, skin cancers as well, because the UV, even the sunscreen cannot help, that my colleagues have said. What you have said, you propose that you won't make it short, but I think even you make it short, 20 minutes, it's still too long for them to stand. And you think it's a fresh start. You use this word. Morning assembly, it's school policy, and it's a fresh start, but I think I want to call it a sweaty start of the day, not fresh start at all. You said it's boot up school activities, but I think it's hindering school activities, because makes students tired, hot, and they cannot focus, cannot learn well in the first class. And not only that, my colleagues even said that school assembly, some teachers who so much confidence about themselves, and then use inappropriate words to commenting on student, or for commenting on certain student, which we cannot control that. And of course, when we do morning assembly, we speak through the microphones, and the microphone go to the speakers that loud enough to broadcast the sound. A whole community listen to you. So to protect the bad thing, to protect the right of the student, to promote the better education, the government proposed to ban school assembly. Thank you.
I thank the government whip and now would like to call on the opposition whip to conclude the opposition's case.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, educators. Let me sum up the. Before I sum up my the both side case, I want to rebut a few points from the government side. First, you said you seem to contradict yourself. You said that you want to broadcast your information, and you said that our talk in the morning assembly is a noise pollution. Why not broadcasting throughout the school using the same speaker become a noise pollution as well? I think this is a point that I want to clear my team, because we think that it's a good chance for us to the proper time, which is in the morning. People start working, people stand up, people absorb new information, as you said. So it's a good time for the students and teachers to set the readiness, to set the same goal, to set as the same team, so that what we are going to go today. So also the community can also learn about school. We don't talk about embarrassment or punishment in front of school. It's not the morning assembly that harms the whole process. It's how you do it harming the process. We can do it wisely. We can shorten our times. We can organize which people, which teacher can engage students, to talk to students, to give information, to let them enjoy it. Imagine if you hear some people talk through the radio, attention please, today I will. No one will listen. It's boring. When you go to see them face to face, the dynamics is there. The teachers can have a smiley face and get attention from the student. You can dance, you can actually do something that get attention. That is more lively, that's more helpful, that's more effective in a way that you cannot do with radio or broadcasting. So I think morning assembly do a lot of benefits to the school as a whole, make the school become dynamic and make the school feel the togetherness. And also the student can learn something, especially for young learners. If they gather together, they can learn that their friends from different class. They can learn about friends from different class. They can see each other's face. They can see the administrator, the director's face for the first time in the morning. So, and the administrator, the director needs to be there to see if the school is okay, if anyone is missing, to check that the well-being of the students and the well-being of the teacher. And the teacher also check the well-being of the students as well. So they can check and fix it. Like my leader of the opposition said that you can fix it in time if there's something wrong about the students. So you also said about the how you gonna, you don't really talk about how you're gonna do in the morning. You said something like very vaguely about reading, about doing activity before class, but you don't really let out your plans, what you will do for the morning, in the morning for the student to get ready. Have you seen the clips in China that administrator, the director, go out in the morning assembly and lead the student to dance in the cold weather, enjoy the sunshine? That is the picture that we want you to feel. You only mention about the hot sun, each and every people. I think what you want to do is to stand under the hot sun. Yes, now we don't have to do that because we have a big dome. We can stand under the building, the tall building. We can stand under the shade of the trees. We can do it differently. How clever! You can do it in different ways to accommodate students to feel good about morning assembly. Okay, it's not the morning assembly, as I said, but it's how you do it, how you organize it is the most important thing that you need to consider. So let me talk about how, you said about the the awareness of the let me go again with the society awareness and face-to-face interaction, how it is important. The face-to-face interaction is very important. You can build up relationship, you can bond the relationship between each other, and you can actually help each other to learn and set the mind ready, and the community can know, will know what the school had been done to their kids, to their children, and they can you can raise awareness of the community to come and help you. Sometimes you want to fundraising, right? You can get that easily if the community know what you are going to do and what awards that you get, students you go and get. So I want to confirm finally that it's not about the morning assembly that you have to ban, but you have to organize it properly and effectively. Thank you.
I thank the opposition whip and now would like to invite the opposition reply speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest unanswered question from the government side is how can they make sure that the well-beingness of each and everyone in the school is going to be okay, because they do not even care about morning assembly, the time when they get to see each other. But we as the opposition side have an answer for you. So first of all, by having a morning assembly, it means that we can get rid of problems. So first of all, it's discrimination and diversity that the government team has offered to you. We see that by having the students doing the morning assembly together, it means that they can get to know more about each other, they can get to see each other, and that is the social interaction that everyone should have to each other. We are offering you a solution to the problem of discrimination by having them, if there is a problem, then we can have them in a separate room, and that is one of the way that we offer you, but you misunderstood it as something that we didn't propose from the beginning. So you misunderstand from that point. And you were talking about the readiness that kids will not be ready for the first class because they are all sweat and they are all sweaty from soaking wet from sweat. So even when it takes such a long time for the morning assembly and other students are covered with sweat, but this morning assembly is a ceremony to remind them of their statuses, of their status and what roles they are going to do, students and teachers, and that means that they are going to learn, and that students are going to go to learn and teachers are going to go teach. And they have offered, the opposition side has offered you a broadcasting way in order to fix the problem. This is an effective way, we can say, because this won't help anything at all, because no one is going to listen, no one. Once you are broadcasting it during lunchtime, they are busy eating. Once you are broadcasting it during the interval or the 10 minutes break, it means that students are in the bathroom and no one is going to listen to you anyway. So, how can you make sure that your student or even your colleague, it's fine when you're not seeing them at all, but you are broadcasting instead? So the essence of the morning assembly is not about this. It's not never about punishment, as they see. Punishment really never happens. It is more about discipline that we can practice with the student, because they come to school on time. They practice, they sing, and they do activities together. And when they come to each other, it means the social interaction, the care, the caringness, the care and the love that we can give to give each other. And this is the very important thing for the cycle of a membership in the school or organization. This is how you unite people. By having separate morning assembly or having none at all, this might not be a good idea in order to have in order to get the organization going. And we can also tell you that there are many other benefits that can bring from doing the morning assembly. Better education, because they are going to learn, and they are going to learn new things from the guidance advisors, or even the homeroom if they have some teachers to tell them about information or the things happening around. And having a morning assembly can bring unity to the students too, as the whole school studying each other. Thank you very much.
I thank the opposition reply speaker and now would like to invite the government reply speaker to close the debate.
Okay, so as the government, the reason why we want to ban the morning assembly, because we see that the person that we need to care or worry about is about the student because they are at the school for about learning, for studying. Yes, it is about having interaction which the students are going to do it during the school or during the class. They're going to learn together how to interact together, right? But I have a question for the opposition that if you are really a teacher, you will see that every morning when you do the morning assembly, do we allow students to talk to each other? When they stay up in one line, do they allow to talk to each other? Or even when they talk to each other, what are you going to do? You are going to walk to them and stop them, stop talking, tell them that. That is the truth. So how could you have the interaction or social skill from doing morning assembly? That is not true at all. So that is why I ask you if you are a real teacher or not. And we see that it is about the prime time, right? That it is about the morning, the students are getting ready to study. They feel fresh and they're clean, they are not sweaty. Because it is about the prime time, and that is the time that students are ready to study. So that is the time that they should get studied, right? So I would like you to tell the opposition that, in order to have, if we not ban the morning assembly, how could we have that precious time for the student to learn? You said that it is going to be effective, it is going to be dynamic. The students are going to feel togetherness. They are going to learn together. That's why I tell you that we are not allowed to talk to each other, right? And the most important thing is that students are forced to join the morning assembly. It is not like it is the duty, they are forced to do it, right? So some of them are going to be like, okay, I have to be under the sunlight because my school is so small. We are at the small school. We have no roof, we have no dome, right? So that is the fact is. I am not from the big school. I have to be under the sunlight with the students. And a lot of times, what I will do is I will stay under the tree because the weather is so hot, right? And the student will see it. It is fairness. It is about fairness, And what if my student doesn't do anything at all? But they have to be there, listen to something that is not related to them. So they are involving something that is not related to them, right? So look at the truth that what they are going to do is about, they are going to keep talking, keep playing, keep moving around, and that they are going to be punished. And that, and they are going to be punished in front of the morning assembly, and they are going to feel embarrassed, and they will not want to come to school again in the morning because they don't want to, punish in front of people, right? So this can occur. This can cause the discrimination because they are forced to do, right? So remember that we are different, right? So yes, the solution that we gave to you is about giving the news or information through the free time or directly from the teacher. That will be more effective because it is like things for some specific group of the students. They will listen, right? But if they do it in the morning assembly under the hot sun, right, in the school field, they are not going to listen. They are going to just keep playing, keep talking, and keep moving around. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we propose to ban this morning assembly. Thank you.
We would like to thank both sides of the House. And now please close the floor and shake hands. Please leave the room to allow the adjudicators to come up with the decisions.